So this feels like a bit of a familiar sight, doesn't it? It was only 2 episodes ago that we were like, oh, we're going to start a zoo and it's going to be really cool. And lol jokes, we're broke. So what I thought I'd do today for something different, because clearly I'm not great at the whole managing money thing, is we are going to build the dingo habitat that we didn't deserve. The dingo habitat we started with was honestly pretty basic because I had like nothing unlocked and I also had like 0 monies. So it definitely wasn't the ideal. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to build the dingo habitat of my dreams. So that's kind of my plan. I really do want to get back into doing a franchise zoo. So if you got any tips on how to not go broke, I would appreciate it. But tonight we're just going to get creative. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be a good time. So there's nothing more to do. So let's get into it, hey? Only going to worry about the dingo habitat today. We don't really give a damn about anything else. So why don't we go to 7 meters and we'll start off by going out like that. Now, I've kind of got 2 thoughts of what we're going to do. So we can either do I definitely want to play with terrain because terrain is my lover. So what we could do is we could either do they look down, guests come and they look down over the terrain, over the exhibit like that, or we could just do a really cool river thing. Now, what I am actually thinking is, why don't we go how high can dingoes jump, do we reckon? And we don't want to go 20 meters. 20 meters is big. So if we do 6 by 6, that's pretty deep. Surely a dingo can't jump 6 meters high. Surely. So what I'm thinking is, why don't we, let's make you 100% because we want you to really cut out the dingo cave thing. I liked that. I thought that was really cool. So I want to continue that, but I reckon we can do it better. So what we'll do is we'll do the mountain cave thing like that. And then they've got all this room for activities. Now, another thing that we had, which I cannot forget, is last time we made this way too small. So we had 4 or 5 dingoes in there and we were struggling. So we want to make sure it's a lot bigger this time. Okay, so how big are you? Low terrain. Okay, cool. You're plenty big. Now, obviously, we're going to fill in gaps and all that kind of stuff, but you seem big enough. So now, what we want to do is we want to do a Rob Thomas and make it a bit more smooth here. So I want our dingo friends to be able to go down, but I don't want them to be able to go up. So there was, when I was a kid, there's a place in Tassie called Launceston. And the Launceston City Park has monkeys. And I always found it really fascinating with the monkeys at the zoo because they had a downy bit. So you could look down and you could see the monkeys doing their thingy. And it was only as an adult, I realized it was so the monkeys couldn't climb out. So it was almost like that moat thing, which I really liked. I thought it was a cool feature. So I'm kind of taking some inspiration from there, but I want to make it look a bit more natural. I don't want the what are they called? The customers? No. The visitors, the patrons, to be able to see any cement walls or anything. I want to make it look a bit more, quote unquote, wholesome. And what we'll do is we'll do some curving and we'll make him look a bit special. So we'll do that, and we'll do some more smoothing out, and just make it something different, you know? So we're still going to give him like plenty of opportunities and plenty of places to like climb and all that kind of stuff. But really what we're doing is we're encouraging the dingoes to go more to the front, so then they're more visible. And if we add water here, we don't want to go too high. Like, that's quite good. So then they've still got the splash pad, but then I'm going the wrong way. But it also stops them from jumping, and then we've got all this. So what I would say is this, like, it's a good start, but it's definitely very uniform, and nothing I would say from my zero nature experience in nature is uniform. So now we really want to push him down to like 10%. We might make it a bit bigger, and we can just gonna put some chaos in there. It's too neat and too clean at the moment. We'll do the rocks, we'll do the sharp kind of sticky outy bits, we'll do them with the actual rocks, and that's not what we're wanting to do here. We're just wanting to give it a bit of texture and make it, am I going the right way? Yeah, we are. Just make it feel real. I think that's the big thing I love about Planet Zoo, is making something feel a bit more real and not just man-made. I love the nature. So in Planet Zoo 2, that's the words we were looking for. I love the idea of the nature reserves. So being able to, you know, I don't fully get it, I'm not gonna lie, but like I hope and I think the idea is like you can go in, you can release your animals to the wild, but then you can also like restore that bit of nature and all that kind of stuff. So it almost feels like a growth on the diorama feature that they added in Zoo 1. So I think that's a really cool idea. Now that's looking good. The bad thing about this game is I can change my mind way too much, and I end up overthinking and like redoing the same thing like a billion times. So that's kind of why I wanted to do it in a franchise mode, because then I didn't really have much of an option to redo stuff, because otherwise I would have spent the entire game just on like one habitat. So what I'm doing now, but the hope was that I would limit, and then that limitation will give some creativity. That was kind of my goal, and it kind of backfired in the fact of, well, I just went broke. What do we think of that? I think that looks pretty cool. Now, like, there's a few bits here that I think I'm going to have to layer up, but in general, I think it's looking pretty damn good. So my thought is that the wind mainly comes from this way. So this is like the roughest erosion. And then on this side, it's really a lot better. But I am thinking I might need a smooth, like pull this out just a bit more. So more, have it more like that and less like, have it more like that and less of a cliff face like that side. but I think it's looking really good. So I'll just go in, I'll finish off the rest, and then I reckon we will get on to the next stage. So we're not going to have the habitat have the gate there. We're going to move the gate to the other side. I was thinking, like, do we want to put like a little pool or something here, so that, like, if you're standing here, you can actually see what the dingoes are doing. So it might go like here. It's a thought. I'm not overly sold on it 100%. Yeah, this is looking cool. I like this. So now we've got to, I guess, ask the question of where do the caretakers, one of the two, where do they come from? And I was thinking, yeah, I can't wait to cover that up with rocks. I was thinking we will do like a little Australian shack type of thing, and that can be where they come from. So what I was thinking is, hate the breeze block. That is definitely not our vibe. Oh, that's kind of cool. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to do concrete because concrete is very harsh. But this dry stone, how freaking gorge does it look? So what we can do is I think what we'll do is we'll do a mixture of like this, and we'll rotate when it actually wants to rotate. So we'll do something like that, and then we will do, where's the door frame one? Where is the door frame one? There, found it eventually. So we'll do something like that, and this is probably the most worn wood that we've got, and I think that's why I'm loving it. Like, it does have a bit of a greeny tinge, which I don't love, but it just looks worn. Like, it feels more like it belongs than really anything else we've encountered here yet. I feel like you could be driving anywhere in Australia and you see that. See, that's the vibe we want. That's Arctic. Oh, I forgot you existed. Oh, hell yeah. You are a worn, bitter old man, and that's what I want in this situation. Hard to tell with the light. Okay, cool. So we got that, and then I want to add a little fireplace thing. Chimney, that's the word I'm looking for. Now we want a door. Now, by memory, there's no doors that is nightmare material. There's no doors that really suit the vibe I want to go for. Like, that's kind of cool, but also looks like a pirate ship. That's only cool if you're going to the toilet on some tropical island. We could custom make a door. Beautiful. We've got a creepy going to murder the children. Door handle. Do we have anything else? But I think that is really cool. So now we're going to pick you up. We want to move you so you're on a bit of an angle, so like that. So we've got that. So then we just need to kind of fill that bit in there so we don't escape. Okay, okay, yeah. We're taking shape. I like this. I like this use of the stones. I don't really like how these two match together, but I want this to feel. Didn't mean to place you. I want this to feel a bit more deserty, and then this to feel a bit more grasslandsy. So you know where Simba's from. And then we can go in here. It's not overly big, but I don't actually think it needs to be overly big. So I think what we need to do now is we need to go through and we need to place some plants and logs and all that kind of stuff and just do a bit of detailing. But I'm really happy with how this is taking shape. Ignore this bit. We're going to work on that. But I'm liking how this is taking shape. And then we'll add the plants, add the logs, add that kind of stuff, and we will be almost done. So let's get into it, hey? Well, I think we may be done. We've got quite a bit of detail in here. I wouldn't say a Aussie desert is really this busy. Now, we do have that floating because I don't care about that because we're not looking at that. But I think the only thing that we have left to do... I didn't realise there was a little rock detail. That's cool. I think the only thing left to do is... We should put a wall there. But actually bring in the dingoes. So at the moment we don't have staff centre or anything. So, you know, we should probably do that bit. So let's go here. Boom, 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 boom. And we want to go to facilities. And we want to go to staff facilities. And we want to get a keeper's hut? Trade centre. We want to get a trade centre. Right, you go there, and we want to get a keeper's hut. My lights just turned off and it freaked me out. Okay, so now let's get some staff members. Keeper. I probably don't need that many. Oh, one thing. BRB. Okay, so now they can't get out there. And we've got our... Okay, let's do this thing. We want to go animal trading and we want to go dingo. And we want to add them... What? Oh, beautiful. Okay, let's push play because I want to see this. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Now we don't care about this bit because this is beyond visuals. Hello. Hello, you two-headed dingoes. Come on, come out this way. And don't you look amazing in your habitat as you hide in the bushes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And if we double click. Oh, look. Look at you go. I'm naming him Ernie. But go, Ernie Dingo, go. Okay, once we fill that in, this looks amazing. Well, so this is the dingo habitat that we didn't get, but it is the dingo habitat that our dingoes deserved, isn't it? Isn't it? Where'd you go? Yeah. Oh, did you just go for a swimsy? Oh! Frick. And now they've all worked out they can do it. So, I will be back in just a second. Okay, so hopefully they can't escape there. So, yeah, as I was saying before, they so rudely escaped. This is the habitat that I felt like our dingoes deserved. It's definitely not the one that they got during our little franchise expedition, but it is the one that I think they deserved. So I am going to leave you with some cinematics, but thank you very much for watching. Any ideas on how to, again, not go broke, or if you've got any more ideas on how to make better habitats and exhibits and stuff, I'm always open to suggestions. But thank you very much for watching, really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the little build that we did tonight. Have a great day, evening, morning, wherever and whenever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Peace.